just the general notion of promoting that individualism and just like trying to have a positive impact and to promote that positivity is definitely a good step in the right direction. Like even if like with my podcast, for example, it's I a lot of what my reasoning behind doing the podcast is because like what you're saying before, you feel like you have something that you can contribute that can genuinely help people. And so I kind of have the same liking and thinking to it. And lost my train of thought where I was going with that.
Well, yeah. So just to piggyback off of what you were saying there, it's like sometimes like I was saying, I get a little bit of stage fright about putting
Yeah.
things out like this, and like I don't want to make that Seco video because I don't have a large following, I don't have clout. Like
Don't
why
want
do I
any
deserve
type
to
of
do it?
scrutiny and
Yeah,
whatnot.
like why do I deserve to output something like that and like put my stuff in the world? But it's like, again, like with the caveman, like it's just communication. Like I just want to talk to people, like bounce ideas. And I
Mhm.
said in the video, like, let me know what you think was wrong, let me know what you think was right. And like I mean that genuinely. And I don't know, I guess I don't get the vibe of that off of every YouTube influencer, but it's
Yeah.
definitely something that I mean with uh full genuineness.
Yeah.
uh but just like, I don't know, I'm just trying to talk to people. That's it. I'm not trying to sell something. And if I do ever get paid for this, that'd be cool. But
Yeah.
like, why would I do it right now? And if my only aim was to get paid, I'm not at all. So it's just me sharing. And honestly, originally I made the YouTube channel just because my grandma said like, "Hey, I liked when you did videos. You should do those again." So I was like, "All right, well, maybe I should pick it back up again." So
Yeah.
it's just fun, and sharing with people, I think, is a good thing. That's all we can do, really, is just communicate with each other and see what we find.
Yeah, because I feel like the more that there's more sharing and like talking about the positive things and like good methods, progressions, and everything, it'll be a good counterbalance to a lot of the negativity that we're constantly seeing, and then the negativity that ties in with being sold and influenced constantly. Because there's all these people that are gonna be like, "I'll give you this like one step thing that'll solve all your problems and everything," and a lot of it stems from just how our society as a whole is just attributing to a lot of these vices and instant gratifications through all these different advertisers, influencers, all just trying to get into your head to follow their rules, to follow their thing, to do their thing, to buy their thing. I feel like definitely highlight the individual and watch how they grow, watch how they just bloom like a flower.
Hmm.
Because like with my podcast, like I have an episode that I plan on coming back out where I plan on talking about like drug and alcohol recovery, things like that.
Hmm.
And the goal there is like, look, I'm not trying to make money off of this, I'm not trying to sell you on anything, but if you're that one guy at 2 a.m who pulls up YouTube to look at something because you're just like feeling absolutely horrible, whether it's about yourself and just emotionally, mentally just feeling absolutely horrible, and you don't have that motivation to get in the gym or to just get going in general, if you
Hmm.
could come across that video like with some of your stuff, like some of my stuff, if it's able to touch them in the sense that kind of help wake them up or
Hmm.
get them into gear to go in the right direction, then we are achieved our goal there,
Right.
because you got
Yeah.
to have an impact on somebody, and somebody who genuinely wants to improve now.
Hmm. Yeah, and it's kind of interesting because I feel like everybody has their own little journey that they're on.
Mm-hmm.
And whether or not they come across my channel at the right time or the wrong time is unfortunate or fortunate. But it's just all the ebb and the flow. I like to say that a lot, the ebb and the
Yeah.
flow in the world. But um yeah. And yeah, I don't know, it's just
Hey, love and
that's
positivity makes the world go round.
yeah, that's why my slogan is keep going, because like no matter what track you're on, it'll self-actuate eventually.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep going down the wrong path, eventually you're going to hit a wall where you realize that you need to change directions and go on the right path. And yeah, I'm not like the Lord wise, like know everything and have all the answers type of stuff, right? So I always just, time is like the best teacher. So I always just trying to get people along really is all I'm trying to do. And
Yeah.
like you said, just having a positive effect if I can. But you know, so
Yeah.
I think we got pretty similar motives here.
Yeah, I agree. Because and that's why I've been liking a lot of your content, especially that little clip of you like just dancing in the gym.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that that'll really like help motivate people, but kind of because I think a lot of the issue that stems is the fact that they don't see the person behind the camera as necessarily human in the aspect that they have flaws and stuff like that. You typically only see like this one portrayal. And then once that portrayal goes a different direction, then all of a sudden shit hits the fan. But I think just being open and honest and like, obviously we're not going to know everything, but of course we have the right intentions to try to have a positive impact. And that's where it matters.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's definitely something that I try to do as much as I can, is just be as normal as possible. I think there's definitely a shortage of that in media these days. It's just, it's all like a delusion, you know,
Hmm.
and it kind of sucks whenever you like a channel and you log in and watch a video or something and you kind of get to be in that world for a little bit, but then once it's over, it's like, oh man, that's over. And it's like missing, like, I don't know. I guess I
That
kind of want to show people that bodybuilding is cool or fitness is cool, but it doesn't have to be your whole life, you know, like it
yeah.
just, it can be a part, you know, like I'm not taking it so seriously that I'm weighing all the food that I'm eating, that like if I miss a workout, then I'm beating myself up. Like it's just, it's fun. I enjoy it and it has good effects for my mental health and my physical health. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Oh
No,
yeah,
yeah.
I definitely agree with that. It's definitely the same effect that's been having for me. Like I still feel like a little scrawny bitch at times, but I
I'm
feel
very
like I
glad that it's having that effect on you.
yeah.
But
Yeah, but
no,
no,
yeah.
it's always been like that. But it's like it's I definitely feel physically and mentally as well a lot of big improvements, and I feel like if being transparent in this whole process can help kind of people catch on to that as well.
Yeah, no, and there are a few videos out from some of the big influencers that I watch, but just about how things aren't fun anymore. And it's kind of rampant, you know, like
Hmm.
you can't go, nobody goes to the gym and they're like, oh, I'm gonna have fun. They're like, I'm gonna go punish myself. Like it's,
Yeah, and
yeah,
then
nobody
you're
goes to college to study something that they enjoy. It's like I'm gonna go grind and do something that I have to do so that I can get something that pays well. It's like it just kind of sucks.
and then it's the peer pressure and the like public pressure that really factors into that.
Hmm. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
there's definitely a lot of society stuff going on here, and I think that might be just an America thing, you know, that only me and you and our American viewers are gonna really vibe with. And I'm not sure how things are in other countries, you know, and they might be in a different phase of life than our
Yeah.
country is, where they're not dealing with this type of stuff. But yeah, definitely in America, at least it's rough. We're just being scattershotted with different ideas a lot. And
Yeah. And then you have to, it's like what a big killer for motivation for me as well is just like seeing everything online, all these people that are better or that are like already way ahead. That as well is also like a killer with motivation. And then you just try to resort to the instant gratification to where, okay, it's like, how can I get past all like 6 months, year, whatever, how long it is, to where I could go ahead and just get that results now. And
yeah,
it's
and
it's a
it's
hard thing, and it's kind of like trying to separate reality from fiction.
yeah, and it's almost it's one of those moments where like with great power comes great responsibility, and a lot of people take advantage of it and
Hmm.
use it in a bad way, I think. And you know, if you're the most fit man on earth and you have the ability to influence millions and you use it just to sell a product that you know doesn't work or it doesn't do what you're telling people it's going to do, it's kind of on you. But
Hmm.
it's a shitty move, bro. Like
Yeah.
you're basically lying to thousands and millions of people just to make a dollar, you know. And it's it's almost not their fault. Like I don't blame them too much because it does seem very tantalizing to have that opportunity where,
Yeah.
you know, at the cost of many others, you could have everything that you ever wanted. But I don't know. I guess we'll see if we can manage ourselves if we ever get there to that point, you know.
Yeah, no kidding. Find the balance.
Yeah, be able to keep to our morals even with the world at our fingertips, you know.
Yeah.
So
That's why I always maintain the idea of never forget where you come from, because I think that's where the ego and pride always tends to really fuck you up, is that you forget those struggles and everything.
yeah, I think that's a double-edged sword because if you keep your foot in that in the past too much too, it might hold you back a little bit. So I
Yeah.
see how people can get lost. You know, they might maybe they have to let go of that for a little bit to find their success, but then once they're there, you know, they can revisit, but they just don't, and they do forget where they came from. You know.